fabulously well.
He certainly did, and now it is the turn of the women who will be coming out in just a moment. And for Great Britain, that is Lavia Nielsen, Amber Anning, Emma Pippi and Nicole Yeargin. But who are the main contenders for you, Michael, for the women's 4x4?
I mean, this is going to come down, I think, to Jamaica and Great Britain. I think Great Britain has an even better chance in this relay than the last one we saw, and a potential for gold, a real true potential for gold for one of the first times I can remember this Great Britain team. This is going to be a tough team to beat, though, this Jamaican team. There's a lot of tradition there, but no real standouts on this Jamaican team. So I think it's pretty even. I think you'll have people like Poland, who's always sort of in there, but I think that this Great Britain team has a real shot.
What about the Netherlands?
I just don't think they've got the force that they have and the strength and depth. But going back to that British team, honestly, they look at the posing, and you can imagine that Lavia Nielsen has given these women a pep talk. They know what's at stake. They know there's an opportunity at these championships, and they will take it.
The door's open, Jess.
It is wide open. I think they've got a heap load of confidence as well. You know, they've all been running super well at the championships, and yeah, gelling really well as a team.
Belgians coming out to stake their claim here, but of course with no USA team in this, they were disqualified in the heats. Then it really does change the whole complexion of this 4x4 market.
Yeah, it does. And, you know, just going back to what we were just talking about with the Netherlands, I wouldn't count them out. I mean, you do have Clava on there. Lika Clava is a great 400-meter runner, and Femke Bol is still motivated. You know, and now back and found her mojo again after the 400-meter hurdle, so they are a contender as well.
It's the 49th gold medal to be decided of these championships, and well, at the moment there's a feeling that this is one that is very difficult to predict. Who is going to take this one? Steve Cram.
Yeah, I think it's worth looking at some of the changes. We had heard that Belgium were going to bring in Belingo, but sadly for her, the injury that she had at the end of the individual 400, I think she warmed up, and then they've decided not to go with it, but they've put Panette on the first leg. So Belgium want to get off to a good start. Yes, Great Britain have got a huge opportunity, but they've put Candice McLeod, they brought Geneve Russell in, the 400-meter hurdler. So this Polish team have stuck with what they had in the heats, with Kaczmarek trying to drag them back into it. Remember, there was quite a good scrap there, so they'll just be hoping that the front three can perform better to give Kaczmarek a little bit of a chance, really. Don't forget Femke Bol on that last leg. I think this is going to be a great race, but I think it's going to be close for the medals. And we've just seen the Frenchmen. You would not have said that French team, the men's team, should come second in that race we've just seen. So, who's going to be the surprise team here? Faloronzo's been taken out of the Italian quartet as well. As we just look back on the result of that race, Great Britain holding off Jamaica for the bronze medal. That's a surprise, but France, new national record for the French team. Their first medal of these World Championships. Who would have believed it? It would be their 4x4 men's team to get the medal for them, and the United States, as expected, took the gold. So, Colin, this team that... Oh, let's just look at Mahuchuk, Steve, first of all.
Yeah, she did so well, Steve. Champion here. There's your bronze medalist in Nicola Olistagers. It was an Australia 2-3. Mahuchik's had 2 meters and 7 centimeters put on the board for a new lifetime best. And do you know what's amazing about this young athlete? She burst onto the scene in Doha and took a silver medal. Then she took another silver. She's added a world indoor title, Olympic bronze, and she's still only 21 years of age. It's quite incredible what she's done through her teens, and now champion of the world. And this will really be icing on the cake for the Ukrainian. It was an emotional victory at the World Indoor Championships in what have been torrid times for her. And a good attempt there. I tell you what, that looked close.
That was a good attempt for Mahuchik. She'll have 2 more tries at 2 meters and 7 centimeters.
So the climax on the track of the World Championships in Budapest. It has been a sensational 9 days, and it all comes down to the last gold medal on the track. High jump still ongoing. Big crowd in here, almost 30,000 people for this final session. And Great Britain looking to cap off what has been an incredible championships, really. Can they win a medal in the women's 4x4? Lika Klaver, who's had a busy championships herself, starting in the mixed relay right at the beginning of the week. Great Britain moving the order around. So Nicole Jürgen will be up against Femke Bol, Kaczmarek, others on the last leg. Adeleke, incidentally, chose not to compete for Ireland in the 4x4. It's a shame for that team, but they've done really well to make it to the final without her. So 9 teams here. France are on the inside. Poland will be in lane 2. Ireland in lane 3. Italy in 4. Canada in 5. Belgium in 6. Great Britain in 7. Jamaica in 8. Netherlands in 9. And Lavia Nielsen to set things off for Great Britain.
Set.
Candice McLeod of Jamaica is the target for Lavia Nielsen. McLeod is one of the world's best 400-meter runners, and Nielsen's been in great shape, so she'll want to give Great Britain the sort of start you need if you're going to win a gold medal. If you're going to win any medal at all, you've got to be right in the mix as well. Not much to choose so far between them through the first 200 meters. Again, stagger will unwind after 3 bends. Nielsen trying to hang on to Candice McLeod. Saalberg under a lot of pressure to give the Netherlands a start. Lika Klaver will be taking the baton for them in 2nd place, and Amber Anning for Great Britain.
Yes, Stephen, I was watching that Polish team because we all know they can be very, very dangerous when you've got the talent in the final leg. But right now, I think Great Britain have run a reasonably strong. Keeping us in contention is the most important thing. Jamaica clearly in the lead already. Followed close, I think, by Canada then. But once we look as it all unfolds, as they cross just at this breaking point, and that's when we'll really see when the stagger will unfold and start to tell the story. But right now, Steve, Great Britain in that 2nd spot. But look at the Netherlands.
Exactly, Lika Klaver using a 200-meter pace to bring the Dutch right back into it. Amber Anning is very good at these relays. Based in the US, runs these time and time again on the collegiate circuit, but the Canadians right in there as well. And this is going to be tough for Great Britain because the Dutch have Femke Bol on the last leg. So Jamaica with Geneve Russell just tying up a little bit. Here comes Amber Anning. Lika Klaver's gone brilliantly. And then there's a gap, which is good to see, to 4th. Who's got it? Very close. Jamaica just hang on to it.
Just hang on, indeed. And of course, this means that it's going to be very, very scrappy. There's decisions going to have to be made from all these team members as they're going down this back straight. Do I push? Do I rest? Do I wait? There's so many things that could go wrong or could go so right in the 400-meter 4x1. This is exciting, Steve.
Arma Pippi doing a great job, and this is the weak leg for the Dutch. They know that Peters isn't of the class of the others, and the gap is closing. The others are chasing behind Great Britain, but Canada look way too far adrift. The French have done brilliantly again, but look at this. Great Britain challenging for the gold medal with Jamaica.
That was kind of called that we had the potential, if we got it right, to be challenging Jamaica. And was that just hope? But right now it could be reality. Femke Bol's taking the baton there for the Netherlands, but there's too much of a gap between Great Britain and Canada, in my opinion, for us to lose this medal. Could we challenge for the gold?
Well, she's got out really hard. The Jamaican Stacey-Ann Williams has headed out with real intent. Nicole Jürgen trying to stay with her, but Femke Bol is close, and the other 2 teams are getting closer. But that effort you put in the first 200 to close the gap, and I think Femke Bol decided, I'm not going to try and go crazy. I'm running for silver, not for gold. Stacey-Ann Williams continues to go away. Nicole Jürgen's going to come under pressure from Femke Bol, and she may even yet catch the Jamaican. Here comes Femke Bol. Jamaica leading, and Femke Bol is charging. Is she going to get the gold for Dutch team. She's done it! Femke Bol is amazing! She started the week in the very first event, coming down the home straight, looking as though she was going to get the gold medal, and then fell. This time, stood up strong. Brilliant run from Great Britain to get a medal, but the Dutch are celebrating a famous victory. Stacey-Ann Williams just went too hard, too soon, couldn't hang on, and the Dutch have got their gold. Jamaica silver, Great Britain the bronze.
Oh, fantastic performance from Great Britain to stay in the mix all the way through that, to be competitive and get in there for a medal. Climbing on the rostrum always inspires you to go another stage, another winter. Really great performance by them, but these Dutch women were phenomenal. Who would have thought the distance that Femke Bol had with 300 meters to go, that she could claw it back and take the gold medal for the Netherlands? I bet you the only person who generally thought that, Steve, was Femke Bol.
She is spent, and why not? What a week for her. 2 gold medals and all of the congratulations from her team. Do you know, she was smart there. Maybe that little lesson. Here's Mahuchik, Steve.
Yeah, final chance to add a centimetre to her own lifetime best. Mahuchik of Ukraine, 2:07.
No, not today, but it doesn't matter. She is champion of the world. Her first world title. Yaroslava Mahuchik, 2 meters and 1 centimetre for the gold medal here in Budapest.
Klava ran brilliantly. I'd love to get the splits, but I think Klava, I mean, the way they set their team up, they knew that Bol would be chasing, but, and I think, I was just about to say, Colin, Nicole Jürgen, she decided not to try and run Jürgen down in the first 200, and by doing that, then gave herself a chance here in the home straight.
Absolutely, give yourself that really open space is what we really describe, where there's clean air, nobody in your way, so you can just focus on what you're capable of doing. And she makes a massive charge, and as that line is getting closer, you can imagine she's thinking, am I gonna get there? Well, Femke Bol, you certainly did.
Shame for Stacey-Ann Williams. I mean, she'll feel bad that she went out too hard. Splits for the British team. By the way, that is the second fastest ever 4x4 from a British quartet. Second fastest ever, second back on their British record. 50.9 for Nielsen, 49.9 I think for Anning, 50.6 for Pippi, 49.8 for Nicole Jürgen, who made sure we got that bronze medal. Jamaica with their season's best as well. A world lead for the Dutch. I don't think they'll care about the time, the gold they wanted.
Well, the women matching the men, and that is a record equaling 10th medal for Great Britain at these championships, which puts it up there with their best ever World Championships. A fantastic race there, but I think we have to talk also about the Dutch and about Femke Bol, who a week ago in the mixed relay was stumbling before the line and was desperately disappointed about letting her team down, but that means everything to her.
She's not going to do it twice, is she? Not with so much at stake. I mean, I thought there would be heavy legs in that Dutch team, but I forgot. They have their Superwoman, their Wonder Woman, who is just such an incredible athlete, determined, focused, driven, and I mentioned a few days ago that she's such a team player. She will have wanted to win that gold for her team.
That was her 7th race, Michael, in Budapest.
Yeah, but I think she trains for this, especially as a 400-meter hurdler, which is one of the toughest events out there. So, and she knew coming into this championships with the Dutch team, they were going to have the mixed 4x4. She was going to have this 4x4, and that they were going to be in contention for medals, if not gold medals as well. So I think she would have trained for this. Obviously she did, because she's able to run a blistering leg here on this ankle leg to not just put them back in contact with the rest of the leaders, but to actually ultimately end up crossing the finish line first. And it's like, we have to say that, I mean, this is a very different situation than what she was in Anchor in a mixed 4x4. It's a lot easier to chase than to be chased. And so this is just, she would have relished this moment as soon as she got that baton that I've got people ahead of me, I'm gonna go get them. And she did a great job in timing it just right.
It's a whole different scene, isn't it, to the night one scene for her. We'll just remind you, if you weren't with us then, what happened just before the line of the mixed, to change over on the mixed relay, and she fell, the baton drops, the drama. She still hasn't competed in her individual event, which of course she's supremely world class and went on to win. So that could have rocked her whole championship, couldn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, you couldn't write it. It kind of epitomises sport in one athlete here, you know, the highs and lows where everything can fall apart, even though you're the favourite and one of the best athletes in the world, and you miss out on a medal completely, to then come back to win a gold in your individual and then to end on a relay in that fashion, not just winning, but ending it the way she did, just pipping Jamaica right on the line, the last race of the championships. That was absolutely thrilling to watch.
More than thrilling. I mean, you can see, you don't often see Femke Bol on the track. She gave everything. She gave her heart for this team that she loves so much. They are a really tight-knit group.